So, how to recognize when your horse is offering to work on you or your clients and why. So, some elements that come in here are boundaries and offering and connection. We're going to kind of clarify these foundational, intentional interaction markers. So, when we say intentional energetic exchange, what do we actually mean? Because intentionality in the horse is observable, it has markers. First, directed orientation. The horse shifts posture and focus toward a specific individual, horse or human. Attention narrows. Second, there is a deliberate proximity shift. So distance is adjusted intentionally. Third, there's a patterned interaction. So there will be touch, breath, scanning, sustained focus, and it's repeated in specific areas. Fourth is that sustained engagement. The interaction continues long enough to indicate purpose. When these elements are present together, we are not observing random behavior. We are witnessing intentional energetic exchange. So we're going to talk about collaborative offering versus uncomfortable contact, because there is a very big difference between a horse barging into our space and making uncomfortable contact or disrespectful, in a human word, or a horse that is coming in with something to offer intentionally. So all of us are horse people. We've probably all heard, you never let a horse into your space. You definitely don't let them put their muzzle on you. And that is important. Those are important safety boundaries. If a horse is coming in to move you, move your feet, push you, that's different. We do want to create boundaries, but it is about becoming very tuned in to when a horse is offering, and those intentional markers can really start to help make that clear. So we could begin to discover when a horse is offering to work on us and asking to come into our space for this reason, as opposed to that uncomfortable contact, again, by becoming particularly observant. So horses, when they are well balanced themselves, will ask permission, both from us and horses, before they begin this work. They typically do so respectfully, again, a human word, which really just means acceptable herd behavior. So they'll approach generally with a lowered head, a soft eye, and they will align themselves generally directly with us, and they will gently reach out with their muzzle. That aligning directly with us is, again, something out of the norm, especially for prey animals. We know prey animals have eyes on the side of their head. Typically, everything they do is on a curve. But in these intentional interactions, horses that know they're allowed to interact with us this way often will approach straight on. And most commonly, the first place a horse will initiate contact in this modality is at the hands. So in the human, the heart chakra or meridian extends from the chest across the shoulders, down the arms, and into the hands. And this is an acceptable first offering of a heart connection. Now, this, of course, gives us the parameters that we don't hand feed our horses. So this is a different, very different. If you're hand feeding your horse all the time and they're always going to your hands, this is different, but you will feel a shift if your horse is shifting into this modality. We also offer, horses can have treats and positive rewards. Generally, I will give my horses them on the ground rather than my hands, because this is a modality that I'd like to work in going forward. So by paying close attention to why the horse is offering to work on us and how, or our clients, we can start to examine our own physiological and emotional responses for those of our clients. This does offer great personal insight and empowers toward increased well-being and balance. It also allows for the vibrational shifts that the horses will initiate to take place. So this is a lovely lady who had an interaction with Vixen, this little bay mare, and you can see that Vixen is quite intentional at a place sort of between solar plexus and sacral. The main function of solar plexus, if anyone knows it, put it in the chat for us, and the main function of sacral, and I'll just share with you here. Sacral, the yellow, solar plexus, the yellow, main function is essentially sense of self. So our sense of who we are, our personal power, self-discipline, self-insight. And then sacral, which is the orange, is generally about emotions, creativity, reproduction. So in this particular woman, when she shared her story after we shared the information of the main function of those chakras, she then absolutely knew why the horse was interacting in that area. Our clients always know. So have you sensed something more happening with your horse? That there is maybe something to receive from them or to remember? So just briefly type your experience in the comments, and I'll